Where are we going, Ava? For what?
To get fabric.
For what?
I don't know.
Where else are we going?
Home Depot.
For what?
To get wood.
For what?
To make railings for the basement stairs.
Good one. Here I got the 1x8 by 8 foot pre-pad board. It has the grooves on it. That's exactly what I want for the finish. So it'd actually be like a click and groove that you could use in flooring or paneling on the side. So that's what I'm gonna want just for the finish. And here I got my 10 by 10 brackets. So I'm gonna be able to stand that up. And then that fits right in there on the groove, so I could drill that. I'm gonna cut these down to 4 foot boards. Joanne's the next one. God help us.
What?
Mommy is the best driver ever.
Why?
They're comparing her to people that can't drive. Out of all the people that can't drive, Mommy's the
Mommy's
best.
the best. So today I'm going into Joanne Fabrics to make blankets for our camper.
Oh, your mom moves the seat so far forward.
Why?
I don't know. All right, where to? We've got at least 3 hours until Mom's done.
Do we run?
No, I don't know. Sometimes.
I know. Drive around the parking lot 10 times.
10 times.
100 times.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm looking for fleece. That's definitely not fleece, but there's so many cool fabrics here. I don't know if you guys ever heard of those cut and tie blankets that you have 2 sides to the blanket. You could do 2 solids, or you could do a pattern and a solid. And really, it's so super easy. You just tie the 2 fabrics together. And you don't even need, oh, here we are. You don't even need thread and a needle and your sewing machine, anything like that. So easy. So if you don't sew, this is the blanket for you. Right now I'm gonna turn my phone off because I need to match the kids' bed sheets, and that's on my phone.
Oh, I feel like we've been waiting for days.
Me too. Me too.
Rossi?
Nope.
I think he wants more puffs.
No, he doesn't. He's gonna spit them out again.
Grace, give me a puff.
Can I take one? Oh my god!
He's fine. Look. Look, he wants some. Here. Puff, puff.
Stop making that weird face.
I think they're because they're a little sour.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Can I have one to me? Can I have one to me? Baby.
Don't bite my fingers.
Now he doesn't need any more, Dad.
He had 2.
I want one. I want some, Dad. Doesn't need any more, Dad. I want some, Dad. Yeah, but he doesn't need any more. Okay?
Where is your mother?
Hi guys, it's me, I'm back. I forgot a buggy. So let me go grab a buggy because I needed more fabric than I would. I'm making a total of, I thought 3 blankets, but I found this really cute fabric that I think I'm gonna make a 4th with. I'm making 2 for the back bunk room and 1 for our bedroom. And then I found this cute little s'more. Wait till you see it. Cute little s'more fabric for our s'more RV fun. Let me grab a buggy before I drop.
Hey, Muddle. Now I can have my mother's hair.
Oh my God.
Muddle. Yes. But we've been asking
What?
for
Were they
you.
good? I got them something if they were.
What? What did you say? Hi, Mom. Can
Yeah.
we get one of
Where have you been?
Mom,
I got fabric for. I see. I got you something else. Chill, buddy.
what is it?
I got fabric for 4 blankets. 4.
Mom, what did you get us in the bag?
That's terrific.
What's
Well.
in the bag?
Well, I got popsicle
Yeah.
chalk for Grace and donut chalk for Ava.
Winner.
Thank you.
All right, so I wish they had more of this one because this is pretty awesome. But
Mama, did you get the donut one?
What'd you get for Rossi?
I didn't.
Mama.
Okay, now that we're home from the store, I'm gonna show you how I make one of these cut and tie blankets. So what we have here are 2 separate patterns. Like I said, you could use a pattern, or 2 separate fabrics, I'm sorry. You could use a pattern and a solid. You could use 2 solids, 2 patterns, whatever your little heart desires. And these here, if you are noticing, are fabric scissors. If you try to use regular scissors, it will take you 4 times the time to make your blanket. The fabric that I have here is 2 yards each, which makes a pretty decent size. You can make it as big or small as you want, and as you see here, I have my 2 little helpers,
Hi.
Ava and Gracie. So right now, what we're gonna do, Ava, will you hold the scissors, please?
Yes.
Okay, always want to hold the scissors down. And we are going to lay out our fabrics. Grace, stand up, please.
You don't know that.
Okay, now we're going to put,
This on the-
now I have made a Browns blanket before, don't judge me, and as you can see, you have to pay attention to your wording because I made it before inside out, so that as you can see, the wording is totally backwards. And I didn't notice that until the blanket was finished. Okay, pull it all the way towards you. You see how you have, what is it, like the end of the fabric? I always cut at least past that, so at least an inch or 2.
Why isn't everything even when you buy it?
Everything is even as far as both fabrics are 2 yards each. It's just, I'm a very OCD person and I like each side to be, you know, perfectly symmetrical. For instance, here's a perfect example right here. See how this is like the very end of the fabric?
Yeah.
Okay. If I were to cut and tie, you're gonna have this. Please turn the light back on, buddy. You're gonna have this in your design, and that's just the wording of what the fabric was. So I take both fabrics together and I trim it so that it's even for both fabrics, And as you see, it's taken that away from my blanket. Make your strips as easy, or as thick or as thin as you want. Some people I know have made them only like 1/4 inch thick. I like to make them thicker, so I make them about 1 inch thick. So I cut, and I cut them about, I don't know, 2 inches up. Again, you can do as long as strips or as short as strips as you want. I do at least 10 in a row cuts, and then I tie. If you tie, you're gonna make 1 knot and then 2 knots. And you can plan your tie so that your opposite side is going to be on top. Now, take the green around, keep your finger there, and pull it through. So that took what? What do you think? Half hour?
Yep.
All right. Half hour with my helpers. As you can see, oh gosh, sorry, a little bit of lint. On my brown side, I pulled through with the pattern, and on my pattern side, I pulled the brown out by tying the brown ties on this side. So it's a double layer, very warm, very snuggly, right, girls? Yeah. Nice and snuggly.
I need naked. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Here, let me see. It's so big that lay down. It can cover up, and that's a wrap.
All right, so let's get on to my part of this project, which is going to be working on the bunk rail system. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, you saw me pick a bunch of these up and I spray painted them. And then I'm sitting there looking at it, and then I realized that the side of the bunkhouse, one side of it, the bed actually goes up. So if I put these on the bunk bed, holding the system, and it went up, it would hit into the ceiling and no doubt put a hole in it. So I can't use these. Plus, you know what? They ended up being a little bit higher and bulkier than I wanted them to be. And I just didn't like what this was gonna look like. So I went back to Home Depot and I picked up a couple of these. And these are just like a hinge bracket. I'm sure there's a better name for it, but I'm not very technical on that kind of stuff. So these are a little bit harder. They have hinges that just flop down. And actually one of them that I got does just fall. But I'm gonna pair that with one of these, and they're probably gonna loosen up after time. But here's the goal of these. So I'm gonna put these actually on here like this. I'm gonna leave a lip here at the bottom, you can see, because that's probably about the height of the bed, and that might be even a little more, but that's what I want, because I want these rails sticking up over the bed and over the edge. But with this system, what I'll be able to do is mount these on, and then I can actually fold these underneath the bed at nights, or during the day. So when we're not using them, I'm just gonna lift up the mattress, fold these down, and that's where they're gonna sit. So I'm not gonna spray paint these or anything. I really kind of like the finish. After I did spray paint, I did kind of regret it. So I got this finish here, which is also matching all my bolts and stuff. So I'm bolting everything in. I just got some bolts that will fit in these holes. I got some nuts, some washers, and so that's the game plan. I'm gonna cut these. Now, the other great thing was, you know, we don't have the camper yet. At least while making this video, I don't. We're supposed to maybe get it in the next week. I didn't know what size these rails had to be, because on our model, the 32 BHDS, I know that one of the ladders, there's not a ladder on the other one, so we can make that as big or as wide as we want. But this one, there's a ladder. So I needed to have the distance from the wall to the ladder and make sure that that's where I put my rail, because I don't want my rail above my ladder because my kid has to climb up, and because this is just wood and metal and you know what we're drilling into, I didn't want it to fall apart. So I went on Facebook and I went to our group page, and there's a specific group that we belong to for the Jayco 32 BHDS, and I went in there and I said, hey, can somebody measure the bunkhouse for me from the wall to the ladder? And within an hour, somebody gave me an actual photo back with their tape in 2 different spots for me. They said, here's to the ladder, here's to the inside of the wall, just so you want to know. So now I know that this one side is going to be 33 inches. And then I'm still kind of debating what size I want to do this. I want to see what this 33 inches looks like and what that'll look like. I know the other bed is 70 inches wide, so I have to kind of fit it into that. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this, have you watch along, and hopefully I don't cut any of these fingers off while I'm doing it. So stay tuned. So here you have it, the rail. So this is gonna be the smaller rail. The wall's gonna be over here. And then the ladder would actually start right there, and that's built in to the area. So this is up top. This is probably where my older daughter was gonna sleep because she doesn't move around as much. But you could see now that if this was bolted down, I could just lift up and place this underneath, and it goes pretty flat there. And then I could just go ahead, put the mattress back on top to hide it, and when we're ready for it, we'll just pull it up. Pull it up, it'll be bolted down, and it stands up. So, and this one, here, see that? So that's what the plan is right now. So we're gonna go ahead and do the big one next, and I'm not gonna show that one, but you'll see the gist of it when it's done. So here is our large bunk. And then down here you got your small bunk. So I ended up going about 45 inches on that guy right there, and that one's 33. So that's gonna be on a 70-inch wide bed. Also 70 inches, but we have the ladder. So that's as easy as it is. You can see I ended up taking the washers out here, and I just left that little nut in because I liked it better. I like the look of it better. So that's this side, and the other side looks like that. You like this video, you want to see more how-tos for RVs, this is the channel to be on. This is some more RV fun. We're gonna be building stuff. Obviously, we like to do it ourselves here, and it's an easy DIY for your RV to get your bunk beds ready with the bunk rail systems for your children. So if you like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.